Good evening, everybody. Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Laurel Blanchard here with an update. We are keeping an eye on a traffic situation out there right now. My apologies. Looks like our camera is not working, so it is just going to be links full. I'll kind of just be talking over our traffic cameras that we have out there right now. But according to Polk County Sheriff's Office, there was a depression in the roadway in the westbound I-4 lanes, and they were shut down earlier on today. This was at about 8 o'clock, and this caused over a 8-mile backup from areas across Haines City up through Champions Gate and right up to Celebration, kind of where we're seeing that backup right now. This is current traffic conditions of what you can see, but a depression in the roadway from westbound I-4. This was between exits 55 and 58 leading towards Haines City in the Champions Gate area, and it has caused a lot of delays. There was standstill traffic earlier on this evening at about 8 o'clock, and it does seem to have opened up a little bit. One lane in the westbound side is open now of I-4, but let's just take you right there because we have our traffic cameras up and ready to go, and you can see that traffic just snailing along. It does look like it's on one of the overpasses, this depression of what happened. Construction crews are on the scene. Emergency vehicles right now are on the scene just to make sure everything is all good and set, but again, huge backups of what we can see out there right now. We'll take a look at some traffic cameras in a second live, but we can see that traffic is just inching along so slow. So within the past hour, again, there was at about 8 o'clock a traffic advisory due to a depression in the roadway in the westbound I-4 lanes were shut down. These were in between the exits of 55 Haines City and 58. And then westbound travelers, if you are trying to get into this area, again, this is kind of mile marker 55 in the westbound lane of I-4. It is recommended that you use exit 58 until further notice. And again, construction crews are on the scene, and the emergency crews were on the scene a little bit earlier on this evening. Taking another look, again, this is kind of looking back up the westbound lane. This is mile marker 56.8, and you can just see the underpass of where we can see that right now, but also just how far the traffic is backed up, and it is backed up quite a bit. Again, we were kind of seeing Haines City area all the way back through Champions Gate area, back through Celebration. We're kind of seeing this back up towards, so that's about a 7.5 mile stretch where we are seeing this jammed up traffic. So definitely concerning for sure. Of this little depression, especially because it is right on an overpass. So we're going to be keeping very close tabs on that through the rest of the overnight tonight. Here's another look at what we can see with the traffic map right here. Again, here's our Skyfox traffic. You can see those construction crews on the scene right now. This is mile marker 57 or 55.7. And here's where the camera is. This is exactly where we're keeping an eye on that overpass right now because of that depression. And it is backed up basically towards Celebration. So almost to Disney property in Four Corners area. That's where we can see the backup of this traffic. And it was standstill earlier on today, but we were really just keeping tabs on this incident right here. And one lane in the westbound line is currently open, but it is definitely causing some backup. Slow moving traffic out there right now through the Champions Gate area down towards Haines City, even back up towards Celebration. So this is past the Disney property, past the theme parks, but things are going to be slowing down quite a bit. There is a little bit of motion, but even still, if you are getting in on 417 in that area, or kind of coming in towards here, this is Sinclair Boulevard, as well as kind of getting in from the Florida Turnpike as well. These areas are really backed up, especially the exit getting on. So just make sure, again, you're trying to avoid these areas as much as possible, because again, this is definitely backed up quite a bit for sure. And again, this happened at about 8 o'clock, this backup, or when they realized this depression was in the road, but that's what we were kind of continuing to monitor as construction crews are on the scene right now. One lane in the westbound lane is open currently between Haines City, Champions Gate, and Celebration. So really slow moving traffic out there. And if you're just joining us, the depression was in the roadway on the I-4 westbound lanes. This is right around exit 55, mile marker 58. So with that, major traffic delays. Right now there's only over a 7.5 mile traffic delay between the Haines City exit as well as up to Celebration. So really slow moving, big traffic delays. So heads up if you are trying to make your way down to Tampa through the overnight tonight. It is really, really slow out there for sure. So again, just make sure you are keeping that in mind. But as we do take a look, this is the current traffic. Let's kind of do some live traffic with you right here. So again, this is our current camera. This is taking a look, mile marker 55. This is 55.7. This is where the incident is and where they saw that little depression happen. And you can just see that traffic kind of just slowly snailing through that one lane as those officials and those construction workers try to get the situation under control. But here is where we can see our other cameras, and bear with me on this one. Let's kind of go through of what we can see right now. Here's our show cameras, here's our preview, and these are all the cameras that are in the area, so we'll kind of take a look at a few of those, especially where we're seeing that backup by Celebration. So again, Champions Gate area is a mess. We're just slowly seeing this traffic inch through one lane of traffic. So I'm going to deactivate this guy. Let's pop back up here. This is the exit kind of getting onto 429 of I-4, and things are really slow there too. Here you can see that exit kind of coming in. Again, this is kind of 429, State Route 429, and things are really backed up to kind of get on I-4 as well. Oops. Here we go. Kind of backing up towards Celebration area. We'll see if there's some traffic backed up. We'll give this second a camera to pop up. Okay, looks like that camera is down currently, but let's check. This is World Drive. We'll see if anything pops up here. Sometimes our cameras are just a little slow. Okay, doesn't look like anything's there either. But really starting to see, again, these backups kind of continuing as we take a look again on I-4 Champions Gate area. The camera that's a little bit further down, you can just see all those headlights in the distance here because of that traffic delay of what we can see out there right now. So keeping an eye on that. Again, this is kind of looking up the traffic is what we can see. This is, again, I-4 down past Champions Gate, kind of going over the border between Orange County, Osceola County, and Polk County. That stretch that we can see right there, almost by just south of Four Corners. So we can just see, again, miles of headlights kind of just continuing to build up because, again, this depression in the roadway is leading to a good amount of delays out there currently. So kind of backing up again to where we are seeing these delays. Again, here is mile marker 56. We showed this camera before, but lots of headlights there showing that backup. And one more shot as we do take a look again at that underpass of where we are seeing this right now is just traffic just slowly inching through where we are seeing this depression in the road. And again, it does look like it's over an overpass right now, so we'll take another little bit of a closer look into that. Are kind of leading up into an overpass, so we'll kind of keep a very close eye, maybe the underside of a road, but what we can see right here, again, is emergency crews on the scene of a depression in the roadway of I-4. This is in the westbound lanes. Traffic is slowly starting to inch through, and let's take a little bit of a closer look back at our traffic cameras right here. This is mile marker 55. We can see construction crews are taking up 3 lanes of the traffic right now, and even still more crews are on the scene in the medians on the shoulders of the side of the road, but you can just see that traffic just slowly starting to get funneled through that one open lane of what we can see out there currently. So one last check. I'm doing one last check of our Facebook page for the Polk County Sheriff's Office, because that's where we're mainly getting our information from. But again, this all started just because of a depression in the road, so not exactly sure what that means, but overall it definitely caused quite the backup. And at about 8:30, we got word of this probably at about 8 o'clock, but 8:30 is when we started to see this really start to back up. And at about 8 o'clock, they issued out that there was a traffic alert due to a depression, and the westbound lanes are shut down between exits 55. So it was standstill traffic for about a half hour as emergency crews and construction crews were getting into the scene in order to make that repair. And as of 8:30, they slowly started funneling out traffic. But this is going to take quite a while for crews to really start to kind of narrow down. And let's see if we can actually take a look at our current traffic delays of what we can see right here. Let me pull up our drive times. Let's see what we got here. So yeah, you can see the real backup on I-4. And getting to and from, things look good, but it's kind of the other way that we're really keeping an eye on. So kind of taking a look. Shut downtown to cameras, Ocala. Okay, that's kind of northbound. Trying to find a couple of drive times right here, but as of right now, kind of looking at my phone currently, it is currently taking over an hour to get from Celebration to areas across Haines City right now. So it is real backed up. And luckily this is before the theme park, so things are not too bad from theme parks northward or to and from downtown to the theme parks. But if you are in Celebration, heading back down towards Champions Gate, maybe trying to get out of work, stay at work a little bit late, huge delays currently along this 7.5 mile stretch from the Haines City exits to Champions Gate. And again, officials are asking that you take exit 58 in order to kind of help alleviate some of the congestion that is currently kind of getting in on I-4 right now. So heads up, if you are trying to get into the I-4 area from Haines City up toward Champions Gate, or from Celebration downtown maybe to Champions Gate, it is definitely on the congested side for sure, as lots of folks are getting backed up because of this depression that was found in the roadway. All right, folks, we will have more updated information coming up in about 20 minutes. Tune in to Fox 35 at 10 and 11 for the traffic latest. We will see you then. Have a good one.